Hey guys, what's up? Chris Roeder here. I got a question earlier today while I was on a call with somebody, and they were like, how many hours a day do I really need to put into this reselling electronics business? And by the way, if you don't know who I am, my name is Chris Roeder. I help people start, grow, and scale electronics reselling businesses by buying things like Apple Watches, smartphones, game consoles, VR headsets, things like that. So I gave them a few tips, and I figure I'll share them here with you guys as well. So what are some things that you can do to essentially take this reselling business working part-time hours while at the same time nearly making a full-time income, right? So there was two major things that I recommend that save a ton of time, but I'll add in a third one here because I didn't add it in with him. But the first thing is you need to have scheduled meetups. Okay, what does that mean? If you don't own a store or anything, or if you run a business, kind of like I do from home so I can be with my kids and things like that, what I do is I schedule all of my meetups at 12 and 5 every day. That's it, right? So, for example, somebody, agrees to a price that I offered. What we do is be like, okay, cool, I'll be meeting people at 12 and 5 today. Which time works best for you? And saying it that way, they have to pick. And if they say neither time works best for me, I'll be like, okay, well, I'm going to be there at 12 and 5 the rest of the week. Which day works best for you, right? So instead of running around town all day, as soon as somebody says yes to my offer, what I'm doing instead is I'm getting them to come to me, right? This is called my scheduled meetup model. And when I get that to happen, what happens is multiple people show up at the same time. And this is what we call lineups. Let's say 3 people showed up to sell me something at the same time. That's what I call a lineup. And then what happens at that time is, maybe I bought an Apple Watch from one person, and then an iPhone 11 from another person, and then an iPhone 14 from another person, right? What happens is you're compressing time and making more money at the same time, okay? So that is kind of how that works. And I do that at 12 and 5 every day, okay? So what's the next thing that you can do to just save a lot of time? The next thing that you can do is as soon as you buy the item, whether you sell on eBay or something like that, I do a lot of eBay for a lot of my stuff. What I'll do is I'll just log into my eBay app and I'll take the photos right then and there. Like as soon as I got the device, I'll just take the photos, okay? Just knocks it out really quickly. You can also just do it using your camera. That way you already have it, because that is the most tedious task when it comes to listing, is taking all of those photos. The description isn't too bad. Especially if you use my script when it comes to the description, if you're in like my starter kit or wherever, my student program. The next thing that I do is I do all of my listings on Saturday, okay? So now if all of my photos for the devices are already taken and I do the rest of the listing, all of them on Saturday, if I'm pricing them correctly, most of the devices that I purchased will be sold by Monday. So I have a good amount of packages that go out on Monday, and it just kind of knocks out. I get a good influx of cash around Wednesday from eBay. So that's just kind of how it works pretty well, right? So that's just a way to compress time on how well you can start, compressing time, making more money in those time frames and things like that. It just makes your life 10 times easier, to be honest with you. So I figured I'd just share that today. That is my scheduled meetup model, and I figured you guys would like it. So anyway, guys, hope you guys are crushing it. If you want to, be serious about this thing, you want to create an income where you work part-time hours and make a full-time income, I do have a offer going on right now where we are guaranteeing $5,000 in profit within 90 days or less. So if that's something you're interested in doing, hit me up on Facebook or wherever. You can also drop a thing below. There should be a place to also apply for that as well. So anyway, guys, if you're not ready for that type of commitment, then get my ebook. It's $4.95. So super cheap, and is worth more than most courses you've probably taken. Anyway, guys, have a great day. Keep crushing it, and I hope this helped you guys out.